Hello, this is Scorch Artist here, and this is the second video of my three-part video series on my sketchbook progress throughout my years before high school, beginning high school, and through high school. And I just graduated, so it hasn't been that long after high school. That's my last one over there. So I'll hop right into it. This is my first sketchbook. Actually, yeah, this is my first sketchbook. This is my second sketchbook of freshman year. This is there's not a lot in here, as you should see. It's kind of empty, kind of an empty sketchbook. And that's because at this point I wasn't really finishing a lot of work. But you'll notice in all these sketchbooks they kind of all start with a really cool drawing, and in my new sketchbooks they'll kind of start with a really cool drawing too. And here it started with a really cool drawing. I didn't finish it because I didn't like to finish things. But if I have a tip for your sketchbook, start it with a really cool drawing. Because, I don't know, it gives off a good first impression of your art. I haven't been drawing for a while when I first got the sketchbook. So what I did was I started copying a lot of work. So I copied other people's work. This is from Dead Leaves on Netflix, if you've seen that. This is from Redline. Great anime movie about a race in space. Literally. But aren't they all? And a character I came up with named Evil Knievel, and yeah, so I didn't finish a lot of work back then. I wanted to finish a lot of work. I got the sketchbook with the intent of really like buckling down and finishing all the work that I set it out to do. But the reality was opposite of that. I didn't really finish any of it. But it was pretty cool to draw a lot, to get start drawing again. Some perspective practice. His knees are kind of wonky there. There's not a lot in this sketchbook, so I'll kind of skip to the cool stuff. Muscle practice. Alright, so if you guys remember my old videos, I went over a character named Stick Up Steve, and I think I have him on my DeviantArt somewhere, an old drawing of Stick Up Steve. But this is a character named Stick Up Steve. He is a gambler that shoots people and fights. He really likes money. He doesn't wear a shirt either. He never wears a shirt. I have some more of Stick Up Steve. I'll zoom right in on this guy. Didn't finish him, but I like the idea. He's sitting on a couch. And here I kind of went through with it a little bit more. He's sitting on a couch, except the angle's kind of off. Actually, I think I drew this one before I drew the other one. But here's Stick Up Steve again with his cool tattoo. Here are here's some of my favorite piece in this sketchbook, mainly because it's the one with the most detail. But this is let me focus on this, if this works. These are three robotic cyborg fighters. I had just watched Afro Samurai a little bit before, like a month or so before, so it's kind of still in my subconscious influencing me. But nonetheless, these are my characters. I made these ones up a little bit off of their characters. But yeah, so as you can see, it's not finished. And actually, I want to talk about why it's not finished. It's because I was overwhelmed, right? So this is a problem that I've had for a long time. When I would draw a page or something like that, where I wanted it to be a lot of work and it looked really busy, sometimes I would get overwhelmed, and that's because the hands I wanted to make weren't perfect. This guy's face didn't come out perfect. I wasn't really in the zone. And this guy's I wanted to put a lot of technical work inside of the bodies, but I never did it because I would get stuck on certain areas that I wanted to be so perfect that I kind of discouraged myself because I thought, man, I can't get it. Might as well just stop. And eventually, I kind of just stopped. I'd given up on some of the drawings because I didn't really understand where to go next. And if you have that issue, I suggest getting it as close as possible to how you want it to look, and then just letting it go. Just going, oh, okay, that's it. I had drawn this guy's face at least 12 times, and in the end, it looked fine the first time, but I had drawn it so much, I got frustrated and just erased it and said, that's it, I'm done, right? And it would have looked nice. It would have looked nice in the background there. I could have finished him very easily, but I was so frustrated I didn't. So my suggestion is just get it as close to it as possible. And if anything, start sketching it. So I wanted things to come out perfect, and I would just kind of go in and try to put the details in, but I didn't have any sketch base down. So it's like trying to put lines where there's no lines, and they could come out in many different ways, as opposed to putting down a sketch base, like a really rough idea of what you want there, and then following it and detailing it in. So I didn't really understand that at this point in time, and I gave up on this. But it looked nice. I like this guy the most, though. He's really cool. Stick Up Steve again. Worm's eye view kind of angle here. It's like looking down at you. I really like this character, who's like my character, my favorite fighter guy. And I don't think there's much else in this sketchbook, actually, because I wasn't really drawing a lot back then. So I'm just gonna kind of throw this one to the side. Yeah, let me just check one more time. I don't want to miss anything cool. That's there. And that's there. But other than that, I don't think there's much else in this sketchbook. Yeah. Oops. Oh, jeez. All right. Next, I have this sketchbook and this sketchbook. I'm going to go over this one first, even though this one came beforehand, just because this one has more work in it, so I'll save this one for last. I'll put this one in because it'll be quicker. This is a sketchbook I got for free in school. It's I got it while going to Will Eisner exhibit. If you don't know Will Eisner, he's a comic book creator back in the day. Really, really good at doing it. Oh wait, there's a lot of useless pages in here. So as you can see again, I started my sketchbook out with a really cool drawing to hook people in when they mysteriously picked it up and they didn't know what to do. They got really hooked in real quick. Yeah, it's I like it. I didn't finish it, obviously. It was a test of watercolor. I wanted to test my watercolors, and I think I didn't like how the watercolors were coming out, so I stopped. But now that I see it in retrospect, it's not horrible. It's not the greatest, but it's not horrible. This is a character I created for a comic I was making up in the class before. He's a space guy, a space invader, and he flies this ship called the Melting Pot. And I drew this entirely in pen, no pencil beforehand. I love the way it came out. I love the way the black looks and all that stuff. I was really surprised when I finished drawing this. I was like, wow, that came out really cool, having not used any pencil on it. Another sketch, but this time with pencil. Graffiti. More graffiti. This is a random character. I wanted to try lighting, how it would look. Didn't catch it right as how I wanted to. But, when lights hit people's faces and they're not exactly like white color, they're different colors. That's me. Some sketches from my friends in here if you want to see them. We don't really have a choice, but there you go. It's from my friend, Justina. Alright, so at this point in time when I was drawing things, I wasn't really, I didn't really want to draw comic books, because I wasn't really into comic books at that time. I had kind of died off of the idea, and I kind of just wanted to draw things, really. So a lot of these drawings aren't of comic book stuff, they're just of drawings like this one here. A lot of really random, I guess this would be called surreal drawing. I call it more of a random mess, but it's cool. I like it. This is a card about confusion. It's a kid in a confused city. This is a kid smoking. This is a drawing of an artist dying. So at this point in time, I wasn't really making extreme amounts of progress in my art. I kind of hit a standstill because I wasn't practicing a lot. But I did kind of understand things still, as you can see here. So this is a drawing of a character named Kill Order. And I hadn't drawn a person in like over 2 months. So I'd attempted to draw a person. I couldn't get the legs right. I couldn't get the hands right. I couldn't get anything right, really, and it took a long time to just kind of like get the lines how I wanted to. And that's kind of like a comment on if you stop drawing, when you hop back into it, it's going to be a lot harder. I almost gave up on even drawing like his legs because I thought it was going to be too difficult because I had not drawn a person in so long. But I had pushed through, and I eventually got semi what I was looking for. But that's just kind of a comment on when you stop doing anything, it's going to be hard kind of to hop back into it because your mind has to get used to doing it again. But once your mind kind of realizes what's happening, if it's been doing it before, it'll kind of click back in to like its arrangement, I guess, that like your neural pathways will kind of start to open up again, and you'll be able to draw again. So it was hard at first, but it came out all right. And after drawing some of these things, I kind of got the hang of it more, and I was doing it more often. This is a thing by Espo. He's a graffiti artist. Really, really cool stuff. It's a little guy breaking into an open door for some reason. Didn't finish inking him. I don't know why, because I really like inking things, but I don't know why I didn't finish that. Who knows? Random drawings. Skip over to this stuff. This is some graffiti of it's supposed to say scene after like the great graffiti guy scene, or graffiti writer. But I never finished it, and it was just kind of like a mess around thing. But I put it on my list because of the hatching I did here with the pink. I really like this octopus getting punched in the face. Thought it was pretty cool. Let's see what else I have here. Let's see. Some glasses, right? Nice. Some glasses. And a snake. So it wasn't a lot of organized drawing going on in the sketchbook. It was kind of just a bunch of random sketches. I wasn't really trying to do anything. At this point, I remember I was trying to do comic book stuff, but I didn't really know where to go. So I was kind of just drawing comic book looking things. And this says back up he ran, which would mean that it's like a sequential thing, and he's talking to somebody or yada yada, but I don't want to draw all that, so I kind of just drew the one character. And I was very proud of it, which I think you should be. You should be proud of your work, even though it wasn't really that amazing. I was really happy that I had gotten back into drawing people, and I started drawing things again, and it made me kind of elated. Shoes, penises, because sketchbooks always have random penises. If you're in high school, they do. Somebody drew a sketch of me drawing a sketch. This is a guy who has a typical ass hero face, right? It's supposed to look like me, but I had drawn it not supposed to look like me, but it does look like me. So I wrote typical ass hero face by Miles for Miles. His name is Matt X. He just is basically my face. And here, I had started drawing things again that were more detailed. I don't remember why, but I hopped back into trying to draw more detailed comic book related things. I think I'd seen a video on YouTube or something. My friend inspired me or something. And these are just sketches of things that are from my mind's eye, different angles and different not proportions, foreshortening. Trying to do stuff like that. But strictly from my mind's eye. So I was surprised when I could do it, and this kind of inspired me because I was like, I don't know, I can draw something that looks like that. I had lots of trouble with the hand, but after not drawing anything like that for a long period of time, I was pretty proud that it came out like that. So that's about it in this sketchbook. 2 down, 1 to go. I have this on my DeviantArt. I'm going to link a lot of these drawings to my DeviantArt, the ones that I finished at least. This is a cast of characters. I have this colored on Photoshop on my DeviantArt. You'll see the link on the screen somewhere. This is also on my DeviantArt colored. And this is not on my DeviantArt. But yeah, this was kind of what I was doing junior year in high school. Beginning or through middle of junior year of high school. This is what I was doing. Stuff I was trying out. I'm pretty sure that was actually in senior year, beginning of senior year. I don't entirely remember. This one was a sketchbook from over the summer of junior year, before senior year. And this was I tried to start it off with a nice drawing, but it didn't really work out. I put tape on them because I thought they were really cool, but they're just, random ass drawings. This is a tiger's head I had done for a tattoo idea if I was to get a tattoo, I wanted to be the person to draw it. I didn't get a tattoo, but this is a really cool tiger head. I like it. I'm going to put it on my DeviantArt so you guys can hop over there and look at it in more detail if this is not enough detail for you somehow. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's fun to draw. It's really fun to color too. This is a naked woman, so I'm not going to show you guys that because YouTube would trip. Some graffiti practice, mostly line work practice that I could use for like making comics and stuff like that. Get a really, really steady hand. This is Robert De Niro. This is a random character based off of Robert De Niro. You can see the hair similarities, the gun similarities. This character is obviously more like an anime style character, flying through smoke, doing something super cool. He's saying something ridiculous. I really like this character because I'd come up with him mentally, no reference or anything other than this guy, Robert De Niro. But other than that, I'd really practiced thinking up things and putting them on the paper. So I was really, really proud of that. Next we have these are plain drawings, and although I never finished these, I really like them because I was sketching out ideas. So I was really proud of myself, I guess, for having gotten over the stopping in the middle type of thing, and I just wanted to sketch out some ideas, and I was gonna continue it later, but yeah, so I was able to put some ideas on the paper, and I was like, that's pretty cool. That's all I really wanted to do, and I did it, so I was happy. Here is this is from a National Geographic of a guy looking really scary. I wanted to copy the character, so I did. Here are some comics. Oops, that's not a comic. Oh, where is it? Oh no. Here are some comics from freshman year, or not freshman year, first day, of senior year. I'd gotten the wrong class, and I was pretty messed up, mentally. Here is Meech from Flatbush Zombies. I had started this. I never got to finish it because I didn't really have a lot of time, and also because I got overwhelmed by the amount of cereal here, which was he was eating cereal out of a skull, and I didn't know what to do here. I got kind of like mentally mixed up, so I kind of just stopped, which is something you don't want to do. My advice is if you get mentally mixed up like that, you don't know where to start, just start doing something random. And it's going to come out probably not how you want it to look at first, but it's the idea of just trying and seeing what it will look like, and then fixing from there. You can't fix unless you try in the first place. So you got to try it, and I didn't try it. As you can see, I kind of put like three cereal thingies in there and then stopped, which led to an unfinished drawing. So don't go down that path. If you are a manga artist, you know this pain. This is a person practicing with a G pen. It's supposed to be me. So as you can see at this point in time, I'm actually drawing a lot more than I used to be drawing. In those other sketchbooks, I didn't really have anything. Here I kind of have more drawings, like drawings. They look like things, as opposed to just being random sketches of nothingness. But just a phase you go through when you draw things. Scientist, MC, rapper guy. Let's see what else I have in here. I went to art school, so I was able to figure draw a lot, which is great. I highly suggest figure drawing. This is my friend's character. I drew for him. I highly suggest figure drawing because you if you don't understand proportions or people's bodies that well, figure draw a lot. Go to postmaniacs.com and just do that 30-second drawing thing for like 15 minutes. And after you do it, you're bound to be a little bit better at drawing people's proportions. You can't do something like that for 15 minutes and then like not learn something. So I would suggest going through something like looking up figure drawing poses on Google and just jotting down for 15 minutes or something. Just kind of jot down as much as you can, and then do something else. But if you do figure draw a lot and then you go and draw whatever you want to draw, you'll at least in my experience, I realized I learned some stuff, and I was like, all right, so they'll look this, drew like 10 people with legs. I'm like, oh, that's how they should look, as opposed to how I thought they should look. Learn the fundamentals and then do what you want afterwards. This is an alien character that had been exiled off his planet, fell on Earth, and from being on Earth, he had landed on he had fell in a kindergarten on Earth, and he's super intelligent. So he had decided that the best way to get back to his planet, and I forgot the reason why. I don't think I ever made up a reason why, because it was like a school project. But he wanted to get back to his planet, and he was going to make children's books because he's super intelligent, and influence the kids through the children's books to become the next smartest generation, and elevate the planet's mental capacity, so they're like a super planet, and he's like the ruler of a super planet. But yeah, that's basically this character. He's just like a writer who writes children's books that hypnotize kids into becoming awesome. It's just him as a DJ. No idea why he's a DJ, just because I kind of wanted to draw a guy being a DJ with multiple arms. I think it came out all right for a tiny little sketch. Figure drawing. School stuff. So, I highly suggest filling your sketchbooks to the end, even if you don't want to. My old sketchbooks, as you can see, the older ones than that one, and the ones before that, and that one, I mean, I didn't really like to finish them to the very end. I kind of just stopped halfway, and then you don't really learn anything. You want to keep pushing it to the very end, and you have you're going to be able to see your progress from the beginning of the sketchbook to the very end of the sketchbook if you keep drawing. So just keep at it. Don't give up. A lot of character designs for school stuff, school-related work. I'm going to try to flip the stuff that's pretty cool, as opposed to this is just random stuff. You can see what I've been doing. So I didn't really have any clear idea of comic books or what if I wanted to make comic books or anything like that at this point in time. I just kind of wanted to draw stuff. This is a man who has his head in his bottle, head in a bottle, as you can see. And yeah, in drawing stuff, I kind of just got a little bit better. And I thought, you know what, I might as well try drawing comic books or something after a long period of having not drawn anything. But, if you draw a lot, sketchbooks are great because you can see your progress from one end to the other in a linear path, which is pretty cool, I think. So yeah, this is really most of the stuff in this sketchbook. Let me try to find you some more cool stuff. Oops. Yeah. And last but not least, we have these characters. These are all bad guys from various different nationalities. Some Nigerian bad guy, Russian bad guy, some New York City bad guy, an Irish bad guy, and oops, my friend drew that, and a Chinese bad guy, as you can see, or maybe not see. It's probably not too detailed. But yeah, so those are my 3 sketchbooks from freshman year through to the end of junior year, or I think the beginning of senior year. I have 3 more sketchbooks to go through and show you guys. Those ones have way more drawings than these. So I'd like to know what you guys in your progress are having trouble with. Any particular areas that you think that you just don't know how to get around. And I'd love for you to comment and tell me about them. So if I know anything about it, we can talk and we can really rough it out. So that sounded weird. Whatever. You get my point. Like, favorite, subscribe, or yeah, and come back for more. Peace.